So we're about to explore an ecosystem and the nature indicators that it is offering. And we're going into this marshy, kind of still river waterways. And we're going to talk about the plants and the animals there. And one of them is actually right here, which is a white ingrid. And oh, there it goes. Hopefully you can see it. Wow, that's beautiful. I hope you were able to see that through this camera. Now, as we went ahead and explored, indicators of nature are those things that indicate why, if there's a certain plant or certain natural sometimes it's indicative that there's some idiots that are nearby as well. At least that was the sound of one. Anyhow, so here we are in this ecosystem. And this is what we call basically like the still water or a marsh area. And here we see that there's going to be an indication of certain types of animals. Now, one thing that we know about more still watered areas rather than like rushing rivers is that because the water is stiller, it becomes a bit muddier in its bottom. And when it becomes muddy like that, it begins to really gather a whole lot of nutrients. And that attracts a lot of different types of animals. For example, if you can see down here, there's all these little fish that are just swimming around amongst the grass. I hope you can see them. And because there's these little fish that are very readily available in these shadows, that means there's going to be an indication of animals that can come in and harvest those, such as raccoons. Raccoons love to be close by water because they can come in and snatch, and they love to fish. They eat freshwater mussels, they eat freshwater crawdads, and so forth. Now, if there's crawdads here, if there's raccoons, that will be indicative that there's going to be certain types of predators. Now, those predators may be bobcat, they may be coyote, and so forth. Maybe fox. Now, when we come into these water grasslands, it's also indicative of what type of plants are going to be here. Right? So we know there's just going to be a lot of types of water lilies that are here. There might be some types of horsetail and so forth. We know that certain types of birds that'll be here will be like the blue heron or like the white egret. We know that muskrat will be in the area. And if there's muskrat, that also means that those other predators like coyote. And because of the dense waterways, these areas are typically known for flooding during the rainy season, which they flood up over these like hedge hills right here. And that creates a very dense, it takes that rich nutrients of the water and brings it into the land. And that'll be serving the types of trees that come here. And so a lot of these trees are going to be like cottonwood and ash, types of willow and so forth. And that'll be indicative of certain types of birds that are going to be going into those. As well as if you see across there, you see a lot of bushes. Those bushes are a lot of blackberries. And you can tell that there'd be a lot of waterfowl here as well. Now, the other thing that'll be indicative of is the type of predator birds that'll be here, such as osprey, bald eagle, gold eagle, and so forth. So maybe now you're starting to get a little bit of a feel of how to start filling into the indicators of nature. Let's go check out another ecosystem, and we'll bring it a little further together. Home.